Jump stop and jump stop reverse pivot. Good way to start practice, making sure they have body control at any level, 3rd through 8th grade. This should be used as a warm-up. Also, front pivots are great, but work on the reverse pivot because that's what they'll do, and they'll have a harder time, especially at the early grades. Again, jump stop and reverse pivot. Good time to work, especially with youngsters, 3rd through 8th, of getting proper position. As you can see, the hands are a good hand target, a good term to use. Jump stop, reverse pivot, hand target. Use the terminology. Jump stop, reverse pivot, hand target. And again, eventually we'll make it into the commando series. Building up on the footwork is simple jump stop and reverse pivot. Front pivots are okay, but kids are used to that. Again, we're building up on the commando series. Dribble, penetrate hard, jump stop, reverse pivot, firm pass back. As you can see, a lot of guys get a lot of action in a little time. Commando with the ball. One with the right hand, left foot reverse pivot, left hand dribble, right foot reverse pivot. Just building up off the pivoting series, make sure they backwards pivot, pulling away from the defense with a good jump stop, strong with the ball, tight, keeping it really going up and down in a straight line. Part of the commando series is commando. Left hand, dribble, reverse pivot off the right foot. Again, get as many kids in the drill as possible. Have as few as standing or sitting. Keep them in groups of 2. Here you can have the whole team going at the same time in groups of 2. Jump stop, reverse pivot off the opposite foot. Commando. Two-ball series. We're looking at working at trips. One trip is one way, then a trip is back another. So 2 trips, 4 trips, or 6 trips, whether mid-court or full court, side to side. As you can see, you want to go hard, you want to go quick, but you want to get the ball tight and low. Again, commando is about 2-ball. It's about going quick, keeping the ball under control. Again, in the 2-ball series, we want to keep it low and quick or tight. We're going in trips, 1 trip, 2 trip, 3 trip, 4 trip, however you want. But again, we want to go ball quick. And again, we want to get as many people as involved as possible. So keep 2 in a group, use your whole team at the same time. 2-ball alternate is just another build-up of the commando series. Again, alternating hands, making it ball quick. Use the terminology in these 2-ball series as being ball quick. So it's okay to flub it up, but push yourself for speed. Again, on the commando series, don't dominate practice like any drill. Keep it to 5 to 10 minutes, but change up the pace. In this case, alternating came from simultaneous to alternate, to eventually stop and go, to cross them in front, between the legs. Mix it up, but let each guy get a few reps in, a few trips. And again, keep drills limited to about 5 to 10 minutes apiece. Again, another series is the stop and go, change in pace, keep creating space. You don't always go the same speed, so change not just directions, but you're changing the speed. You're trying to get the defender to stand up and then blow by them. Again, it's still ball quick. You're still doing anywhere from 2 to 4 to 6 trips, depending on the level you're at. 3rd and 4th grade, probably 4 trips. The grades above them, probably 6 trips. But again, keep 2 guys in a group. Again, commando series, stop and go. Again, terms to use. Keep it low and tight, but change the pace. After you make a dribble move, like in this case, stop, a little burst of speed. Don't change, don't stay the same speed. Create a little momentum going forward. Stop and cross, again, halfway out, stop the body, and then cross them in front of you. Again, a change of pace, also a ball control drill. But again, after you make the dribble move, pick up the speed. Don't change it, don't stay the same speed, change the pace. Another variation is stop and cross. This might be good for 5th graders on up. But again, change the pace. You want to make sure you get a good stop and then a burst after you make the dribble move. Stop and cross. Again, a higher level dribble move is 2-ball, 1 in front, 1 between the legs. Again, after you make any dribble move, whether it's crossing it, between the legs, stop and go, you want to change the speed. You want to have a little burst, change gears, however you want to use it. But again, once you make the dribble move, in this case 1 between, 1 in front, push the speed. Again, blow by the defender, use 2 trips in this, then build up to 4 trips and then 6 trips. Again, this is part of the 2-ball series. Instead of just going to mid-court to stretch it out, you could go 2 trips, or the older kids, 7, 8, maybe 4 trips, but you're going sideline to sideline, in this case black to black. You're going as hard as you can for 2 or 4 trips, and this is the simultaneous drill of ball handling. A good finishing drill at the end of practice. Again, sideline to sideline also includes the alternating drill. Going 2 trips or 4 trips. Again, this is just a variation of going just to mid-court, but going hard, especially for 7th and 8th graders, this would be something to really push at them, especially at the end of practice. Again, you can do any of the dribbling moves sideline to sideline. Again, the next dribble series is part of the commando. It's called Butch Lee. You'll be seeing it in 2-ball, but I recommend that grades 3 through 6 start with 1 ball, and all grades can use 1 ball, but you'll see the 2-ball series. You're going to go up 3 dribbles hard at an angle, then retreat dribble 2 dribbles back, then bring it across and go up the other side at an angle. Again, 3 dribbles up, 2 dribbles back, 1 across, and attack up the other side. 1 ball is good for the younger grades. Again, 3 up, 2 back, 1 across, and then re-attack with 3 dribbles up the other side. Again, we're going to get as many players involved in the drills as possible. Butch Lee with a single ball, 3 dribbles up, 2 back, 1 across, and then attack with 3 up the other side. Again, Butch Lee is simulating getting the ball out of the trap. Use that arm bar when you stop to protect it. Just don't open up where the defense is going to nip it. You want to make sure you get up, 3 drills up, protect that ball, and then retreat dribble back with the bar, with your arm bar up. Tight chairs, crossover. Again, keep about 4 to 5 in a group. Again, don't let the person go until they get past about the 3rd chair. There will be 4 chairs is ideal, but 3 will work. Again, the idea is to keep the ball low, tight, and quick. Get to the rim quick, come to a good 2-foot jump stop, and finish with a strong dribble move. Again, another part of the series of tight chairs, you're going between the legs as you encounter each chair. But again, keep the body low, stay athletic, get by that last chair and really have a little burst at the end with a 2-foot jump stop. And as you get with older guys, you can get to the other side of the rim with a reverse layup. Again, tight chairs, inside out, jab that inside foot, and go to the other side of the rim for the older guys, or just a regular layup or 2-foot power layup for the younger guys. Again, jab that foot at each chair you encounter, trying to fake the crossover and finishing strong. Nothing soft, nothing weak. Again, this is part of the dribble series, but it's called the Nash or Steve Nash. You're attacking the basket down to the baseline and then pulling out, but keep using a retreat dribble by looking at the basket but retreating to the corner. And as you clear that chair, you set them up by a crossover between the legs and attack and hit the jump shot. Again, you want to attack, pull out of the trouble area, don't turn, keep the ball protected with an arm bar, and then set up by re-attacking for a jump shot. Again, the Steve Nash series, we're learning to attack the basket, and then when we have to stop, we keep the dribble alive and retreat dribble. Get that arm bar up, then switch hands as you clear the defender, and then re-attack and hit the jump shot. Attack the post, arm bar, re-attack, pull up for the J. Steve Nash series. Part of the Chris Paul series is 2 chairs. As you can see, you ball toss like you're catching it from the point guard, and you rip or sweep it through. The idea is 3 ball, 3 dribble limit. An outside dribble, a dribble move, in this case a crossover, and a hard dribble to the paint and for a pull-up 8 to 10 footer. Do not let them do anything different but ball game action. Ball game action, or shots like you would shoot in a game. Ball toss, rip it, outside crossover, jump stop, hit the jumper. Again, an abbreviated version of the Chris Paul series, extending it out to half court, doing the same type of movement. We're making 2 hard dribble moves, then a crossover or between the legs, and punch the gap to the middle of the lane. Again, a hyphenated version without 2 chairs. You're just using 1, but you're still making a good dribble move. Again, the Chris Paul series, we're adding from a crossover or between the legs to an inside out. You're faking the crossover, jabbing the inside foot, and getting down the lane line either for a pull-up J or get it to the rim. This is another abbreviated version of the Chris Paul series. Again, in the post series, which every level should be doing, especially up and under, which is called a Dominique, or a jump hook, which is called a McHale, we want 2 passers and 2 postmen, so we're using our spacing well. We want to make sure everybody's involved and nobody's standing. Bottom line is the passer's faking a pass and then taking a dribble to get a better passing angle and getting it in the post while the post is sitting down, shot fake, up and under to the hole, and use the board. If you miss, you recover your ball and then put it off the board. You rebound your ball and put it off the board. Again, in the post move series, you're seeing here is the Dominique and up and under. The passer's faking a pass, taking a dribble for a better passing to make it more realistic, then entering the ball with a bounce, not a chest, not an air. It's got to be firm and put it where only the offensive player can. Use that terminology. Again, up and under, Dominique, face the bucket, try to get there with the older guys, 7th and 8th graders, without the dribble. The younger guys may use a dribble after they square up. Again, same post series, but this time the jump hook McHale. It's a little step to the middle. Stay perpendicular. Keep your shoulders perpendicular, not square, and leave off both feet by chinning the ball and rising to the top and leaving it go at the very end of your jump. Again, all levels should be able to do this with their strong hand. This is something, as well as the Dominique move, that should be practiced every night, including the passing. It can't be just a fake. It's got to be a dribble move to the bucket, fake a pass, make a pass, and enter the ball. But again, these post moves should be done every night. Again, in the post move series, we're going to start adding a little bit more movement. You're going to be setting up in the post, sitting down hard, setting an up screen, acting like you're not going to get it, then turn and face the wing and catch the ball and hit the jump shot. It's all part of molding into the Michigan series or the swing offense. Again, passers be animated, fake a pass to make a pass, get a dribble, better dribble angle, come down, post up for a second and a half, and then re-screen. Go up the lane line, set a Michigan screen or an up screen, set yourself up for the jump shot. Against good teams, the guy that's going to be open is the guy that sets the screen, not the cutter always. The beginning of our defensive series is called one-on-one closeout. You have to recover on the man as the coach enters the ball. You could have both sidelines going at the same time, enter to one side, then the other. But again, the idea is to close out high and short. You want to force to the inline. You don't force to the center. You don't force to the middle paint. You force them to the inline, not the baseline. That's the terminology. Close out high with the inside hand and make sure you're ready to move your feet to the baseline. And when you close out parallel high enough so they can't dribble right to the middle. Again, one-on-one closeout, a drill that you can do every night. Throw the ball off the board, close out high and short, and be parallel to the sideline. You're forcing the offensive player to the sideline. You're not giving them the baseline. We want to make them use the sideline as an extra defender. Again, when we go 2-on-2, you'll have extra help. But close out one-on-one, high and short, and force them to the inline.